Hey everybody, it's Tony with Big T Bariatric, and I'm back at you with another video. Today it is Tuesday, January 10th. I hope you're having a great one so far. If you could do me a huge favor, please hit the subscribe button down below. I'd greatly appreciate it. We are a growing community of people, and we would love for you to join us. We started a Discord channel for anybody who is interested in talking about weight loss, exercise, weight loss surgery, anybody who needs some accountability, who needs some support. We would love to help you out, and you could help support other people as well. So in my About section, there's a link to the Discord. There's also a link to my Facebook page. And so if you would like to join and just be a part of our community, we would greatly appreciate it. We would love to have you. Also, if you could like this video and leave a comment, I'd greatly appreciate it as well, because that helps the algorithm and gets to as many people as possible. We are closing in on that 1,000 subscriber mark. So again, I'm very honored to have you join us. Today, what I'm going to react to is a clip from My 600 Pound Life, which is called "So Chocolate is More Important to You Than Living Apparently." And if I remember this episode correctly, Dr. Now was particularly snarky with this lady who just cannot seem to get over her food addiction. And so we're going to start the clip. Oh, before I start, I just want to say I did receive some feedback that some of you were frustrated that there was too much pausing and too much talking between the clips during the last My 600 Pound Life reaction that I did. I'm so sorry about that. I'm still trying to figure out how many pauses I should do and how I should shorten up the clips, because TLC is very quick to block any videos, any reaction videos with My 600 Pound Life. And even though we have a right to do reaction videos under fair use law, they are quick to block videos. They do not like us making these reaction videos. So there has to be some talking in between, some quick pausing. And so, but I'm going to try to not take a 5-minute clip and turn it into a 30-minute video. I'm going to try to do better with that. So hopefully this will be a lot better and it still won't get blocked, but I'm still going to have to pause it. But anyways, I'm going to get started right now.
Hello.
So this is a lot harder than I thought it would be.
All right, right off the bat, it's very interesting to see their food choices before seeing Dr. Now. So it looked like they had just moved to Houston. They were supposed to be on she was supposed to be on a weight loss goal, and apparently she's going to not do so well this time, and it's going to frustrate her. That's what I'm guessing. I don't remember this clip specifically. I do remember him being snarky towards her, but yeah, I mean, if you just moved down to Houston and you're already part of the program and you have a weight loss goal and you're ordering Chinese food, that is not a good start.
But I'm trying to do what I need.
Really more right, right?
Since we just moved in, we're not really set up to cook.
I find it interesting sometimes when they do these clips and they're talking about their journey over the video, and it always says, "Oh, I'm trying to do my best. I'm just working so hard at this," and then it shows them eating badly. And in particular, she is pulling Chinese food out of a bag while she's saying, "I'm trying my best. I'm working so hard at this." Yeah, it's a difficult delusion to have, thinking you're doing okay, trying to justify bad eating at the same time.
So we're ordering delivery from places around here a lot.
Okay. She doesn't have pots and pans, so she's ordering out a lot. Probably the money that you spent ordering out a lot could have been spent on buying a cheap pot or pan. You don't have to spend $100 on some pots and pans. You can get a pot and a pan. You can still find healthier options that you can snack on that you don't need to cook. You can make some salads. There's tuna and stuff like that, canned goods you can get. Ordering out Chinese food is not going to help you lose weight. I'm sorry. You're deluded into thinking that you're making some good choices right now when you're ordering out.
Until we can get some pots and pans and stuff to cook with. But Ray said he's gonna look for a job tomorrow, and he'll get all that while he's out.
Okay, so you have the means to get all that stuff, but you just didn't do it because it's easier to eat out a lot, which is what she said. We've been eating out a lot since we got here. So why didn't you go get pots and pans that first day?
And we can start prepping healthy meals.
So now that we're down here, you ready for the challenge ahead of us?
You should have asked her that question before you moved all the way down to Houston. Why are you asking her now after you moved? And it doesn't look like she's ready for the journey ahead because she's eating like crap and she's been doing that for several days. Like, why aren't you guys motivated? I'd be more motivated than this. If I had to move all the way to Houston, I would have had pots and pans ready. Like, that would have been my day one.
Yes. As far as I'm concerned, this is our last meal out.
I only laugh. I'm not making fun of her. I've told myself that so many times. Like, that's a fat person delusion right there. My mom would laugh too, because if you knew how many times I said, this is going to be my last Culver's meal. Oh, this is going to be my last donut. This is going to be my last Ben and Jerry's. And it wouldn't be but a few days later I got another one because that's part of food addiction. Like, you try something and you think it's the last time and I'm going to indulge in this one last time, but you're just so tied emotionally to those types of foods that you just can't stop eating them. And so a few days later, you're eating it again and again. And I told myself that so many times. And I never lost 50 pounds in a single month, even though I could have because of my size. And a lot of it is because of that delusion where I kept thinking that, okay, I'm about to have weight loss surgery. This is going to be so hard on me. I'm never going to have these foods again. So it's called Last Supper syndrome. And so you think it's going to be the last time you eat those things. And so you just keep indulging, and you're afraid. It's like breaking up with a lover or losing a good friend, that person that gives you comfort and joy, and you don't want to leave that. So it's hard to do, and so you end up running back to them. It's like a toxic relationship, those people who they're in a bad relationship and they don't seem to see it, but then when something bad happens and they break up and separate, but they keep running back to one another because it is toxic. And that's how it is with food, man. It's just you keep deluding yourself thinking that this is the last time I'm going to do well, and then by the next day you're just doing bad again.
Good.
Tonight we had Chinese for dinner. I had cashew chicken and a couple of egg rolls, which isn't the healthiest, but I hadn't eaten since breakfast and Ray hadn't eaten all day. And I tried to pick something that at least had veggies in it. So
The delusion is strong in this one. You pick something that had some veggies in it. Okay, just because it has veggies in it doesn't mean it's healthy. You picked the worst possible thing that you could eat, especially before your appointment with Dr.now. Like, all the salt and MSG and that stuff is going to make you balloon up with water weight. Like, if you know you're about to step on a scale in a few days, you don't eat Chinese food, you don't eat anything super salty. Again, you could have made much better decisions here.
that I wasn't totally eating wrong. I can't
Yeah, you were totally eating wrong. Again, just because something has a few vegetables in it doesn't mean you're doing good. You are deluding yourself, lady.
sit anymore. I think I'm gonna go lay down. Would you mind cleaning up?
I don't mind.
Okay. I need to hand up my foot's asleep.
That does not look like there's a huge mess there. As soon as she stood up, she could have helped throw away a couple things, put a couple things in the fridge. Like, she's not trying at all. She might have helped burn a couple calories by helping clean up a little bit. But I'm sure that man is used to being pushed around. He's had to do all the work, all the cooking, all the cleaning, all the ordering out to take care of her, and she can't even clean up a couple things on the counter. That's not a relationship. I'm going to try to skip ahead here because I know there's some music up ahead and trying to keep this from being blocked. So start again.
Me and Ray are headed back for my second follow-up with Dr. Now, and I think I did well this time.
What makes you think you did well this time? Was it the Chinese food? The delusion. I keep saying that word, but man, she is stubborn in her ways.
Even though I know I didn't make the best choices every time. But I've mostly stuck to the diet.
Listen, if you've mostly stuck to the diet, you would have probably 6 days out of 7 that you did well and kept with your diet. It's okay to have a cheat day, a cheat meal. Not an entire cheat day, but a cheat meal. Like you could still follow your diet throughout a single day, but let's say you decide you want to go out on a Friday night with your friends, or you want to order out, or you want to stop by and get some fast food on a Friday or something. Like have a cheat meal. But if you're breaking the bank ordering out several times a night because you just moved and you would rather order out and use that as an excuse because you don't have pots and pans, well, you're not going to be motivated to go buy pots and pans because you know that you can just justify eating out a few times. Oh, I just moved, so we can eat out for a good week, and then we'll get some pots and pans.
And I just hope my progress is enough to get approved for weight loss surgery.
Holly Hager, how are you?
Because this is her second appointment with Dr. Now, not her first. So she had a weight loss goal to maintain, and if she's not going to make it here when she steps on this scale, Dr. Now is not going to sugarcoat it. He's going to give her the deal.
Okay. At my last appointment, I was down to 629. And Dr. Now told me I needed to try and lose 50 pounds again to be at or under 579 today.
Okay, 18 pounds. I take back some of what I said. 18 pounds is pretty decent. But if you were at 629, even if you didn't lose the full 50 pounds, you could have gotten under the 600 mark. You could have lost that extra 10 pounds. That wouldn't have been hard to do. You could have done it probably in a week or less. So, while 18 pounds is not bad, and it's pretty decent, you had a 50-pound goal, and you just did not try. But you deluded yourself into thinking that you tried. You could have lost at least 30 pounds and shown something to Dr. Now. But we're going to see what her excuses are.
I'm really upset, and I don't understand why my progress isn't that good.
Man, I don't know what's wrong with this chick. You don't know why your progress isn't so good? You justified eating badly because you moved to Houston. You should have been prepared ahead of time. That's the thing. Like you should have known that you were going down, that you were moving, that you needed pots and pans. You didn't have pots and pans you could bring with you. You couldn't stop at Walmart or even the dollar store and get some pots and pans on the way, knowing that you'd have to eat well, knowing that you had a weigh-in coming up.
So I'm shocked and confused and nervous to hear what Dr. Now is going to say. And I'm hoping this isn't it. And Dr. Now isn't going to tell me I'm done.
The fact that they could eat that way and be shocked that the scale didn't say what they said, like, that's the problem with bigger people, though, is we can delude ourselves into thinking we're doing really well, but we're not. We think we're trying because we dieted for a few days, but at the end of the day, the scale shows very little progress. The scale doesn't lie.
Hello.
Hi, Dr. Now.
How y'all doing?
I'm struggling a bit, I guess.
Well, yes, you are. So,
Well, yes, you are. Like I said, Dr. Now is not going to sugarcoat that at all. I love his reactions. Sometimes I wish he was a little nicer and he understood that there is an addiction component there, but he doesn't have time to play around and deal and enable you and deal with your delusion.
last time you only lost 29 pounds in 2 months instead of 50.
Okay, 29 pounds in 2 months? That is bad. You should have lost double that in a single month. So her willpower is just not there.
And I gave you a second chance. But now, this time, you had even less progress with only an 18-pound loss in 2 months. So you want to tell me why that is?
I don't know. I thought I was doing good till I saw the scale.
Sorry, I don't mean to keep laughing at her, but I thought I was doing good until I seen the scale. But your progress was a lot worse. Sorry, I'm just checking to see if I noticed the last few videos my face was off center. But you're having less and less progress with each month that passes. I mean, that just goes to show that you're doing worse than you were even before. And then as you're walking up to see Dr. Now, you're like, I mostly stuck to the diet. If you did, you would have lost 50 pounds. Oh, I gotta play it.
Holly, stop playing games and lying to me. You know exactly what you're doing when you're making the choices you do.
Exactly. You know exactly what you're doing. You're making the wrong decisions, and you know it. But you're playing games, you're lying, you're trying to act like you're doing well, and you just get it in your mind that you're just not failing, and so you don't know what's going on. Is she going to say it's water weight? Is she going to say, I'm just so under so much stress because I moved down to Houston? Why did you move down there if you weren't going to focus on your goal?
I'm not gonna play along with this act. You have this dynamic where you act like a child who doesn't understand. So everyone gives up on trying to get you to do what you should.
That's a very easy thing to do, to act like a child. You're going to need somebody to come by and hold your hand and walk you through it. And I totally understand needing some support. That's why I created a Discord channel, and my friends helped out. I didn't do it alone. That's why we're trying to build a community here, because it's much easier to lose weight within a support system. But you're not going to have somebody come and hold your hand and walk you through it. You're going to have to find that willpower and that desire to do it yourself. Somebody commented on one of my videos yesterday saying, I don't think it's that hard to lose weight. There's not as much willpower involved. Seriously? There's a lot of willpower involved. It's very tough to lose weight. You're going to have to fight through cravings and overcome genetics and trauma and all kinds of things. So I think Dr. Now is a little strict. I don't know if I would have been able to succeed in his program. But if you're yelling at somebody even though they lost 18 pounds, that's going to be a little tough to take. But at the same time, her progress is getting worse and worse, and she's just completely deluding herself. So this is where tough love comes in. So sometimes people say, oh, you're a fat guy, and here you are making fun of another fat guy, and you need to lose weight yourself. Like, I get those comments all the time. But it's like, I'm not making fun of these people. I'm trying to talk about the truth and reality that comes with trying to lose weight. Like, it's tough, it's difficult, but at the same time, you have to stop deluding yourself. You have to stop lying to yourself and justifying your bad behavior. You're not going to lose weight by continuing to lie to yourself and lie to others and try to play dumb so that everybody around you can do all the work for you. No, you have to get up. You have to get off your butt. You have to do the work. We're here to support you. We're here to cheer you on, but you got to do the work. We can't stop you from eating bad things. You have to make that decision on your own that you want to do it. If you don't want to do it, you're not going to be successful, and everybody else around you is going to fail you because you don't want to do it.
That's not gonna work on me. You got that? All right, so tell me what's really going on.
I've had some trouble with cravings still, and it's just a repeating record in my head that plays over and over and over until I give in. Nothing is working to get past that record playing in my head.
Oh, man. Those cravings are difficult. That was a time that I was really craving Taco Bell breakfast, and I knew the next morning that I was going to have that, like it was my cheat meal, that I was going to go have Taco Bell breakfast. The breakfast crunch wrap is to die for. It's amazing. Um, they have some great breakfast burritos. I love a good breakfast burrito. But yeah, I was very excited. I was so excited that I could not sleep the night before. I mean, that reminds me of being a kid on Christmas morning, like just not being able to sleep the night before because I was so excited about opening up gifts. But this time I was excited about opening up that crunch wrap. Like, talk about addiction, right? Like, I'm so excited to eat the next day that I cannot sleep. Like, that's a continuous record player that, oh, I need that. I can't wait. I'm so excited. I need that. Oh, man. And it's just, your whole life is revolved around your food addiction because it's the only thing in life that gives you pleasure. You're not excited about anything else, but if you're that excited about eating, that's a problem that needs to be fixed emotionally.
What is record playing saying?
I want chocolate, I want chocolate, I want chocolate, I want chocolate.
So chocolate is more important to you than living, apparently.
Oh, snap. uh, yeah, that's the point that we have to get to. What's more important to you, living or chocolate? Living or Taco Bell breakfast? Like I talked about in another video how, I was waiting for McDonald's to bring back their steak, egg, and cheese bagel. Talk about drool. Those things are so great. And I was hoping that they were going to bring it back because they discontinued it over COVID. And so I was like, all right, well, before my weight loss surgery, hopefully they bring it back so I can indulge and have my last steak bagel, everything in quotes because I was deluding myself. Um, um, and they didn't bring it back till after I had my weight loss surgery, like a week after. And I was a little frustrated, but I could have gone and had a steak bagel at any time. But now I'm at a point mentally and emotionally, like I'm so involved and motivated in losing weight. I'm not going to go get a steak bagel right now. I don't care how much that record player continues to tell me I need steak bagel, I need steak bagel, I need steak bagel. I'm not going to allow myself to fall that far deep.
All right, honey. If you aren't even willing to do this and show me you're ready to work hard, even for the short term, then there is no point in us doing any weight loss surgery or revision on you.
Yeah, Dr. Now has a good point there. At some point, you have to show that you're willing to do it. As I was saying before, nobody's going to hold your hand and carry you through this. You have to decide that you want to do it. And if you really want to do it, you have to make the decisions. You can't rely on weight loss surgery. That's just a tool. If you don't get everything else fixed, that tool is going to fail you. You can get very sick. You can die. There's somebody who got out of weight loss surgery and went to Golden Corral and had a buffet and died the next day because they split open their stomach because they just could not avoid not eating how they wanted to eat before. I don't know how that their appetite was so ferocious after weight loss surgery that they immediately went to a buffet, but you can die. You need to take this seriously. If you want weight loss surgery, you have to get some things under control. You need to get your emotional eating under control. You need to stop with the games, stop with the delusion, stop with the lies, stop expecting everybody else to hold your hand through it. You got to do it.
Holly has created a dynamic with Ray and probably a whole family to where she pretends to be confused, like she doesn't know what to do or how to do it. But
Yeah, that's how you get your family to enable you. Because you act confused. You don't know what you're doing. You're frustrated. Oh, so they give in to you because they want you to be happy. They want you to be comfortable. But you're just playing a game at this point. Like if you're abusing your family and manipulating them so that you can get what you want, you need to change your life. It's time.
it's all a game to get her enablers to excuse her behavior and choices when she does what she wants.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, I didn't know I was doing wrong. I thought I was doing so well. My progress is going great. I mostly stuck with the diet. Like those are all lies. She's pretending to be confused so that she can get her family to enable her and to excuse her for the mistakes that she makes. She knows exactly what she's doing.
Her comfort and what she wants is more important to her than turning her life around and preventing herself from dying early. She's already had weight loss surgery once.
Wow, she's had weight loss surgery once already. That's remarkable. I didn't know that. To have already failed weight loss surgery and you're back trying to get a revision, maybe she had a sleeve before and now she's trying to get a bypass, or maybe she's trying to revise her sleeve and get her stomach cut back down again, but that's tough to have already had weight loss surgery and it failed and you're back trying to get it again. And you're already 2 appointments, 3 appointments in with Dr. Now, and your progress is slowing down. Like, she has some major issues that she needs to work out. Anyways, I'm going to stop it right here. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have anything you'd like to add to this, whether you agree or disagree with my assessment, leave me a comment down below. I'd love to hear from you. We're not going to trash you here, even if you disagree. We'd like to have a nice conversation with you. And if you want to continue the conversation, join our Discord channel. We'd love to have you. But yeah, if you want to try to lose weight, stop with the delusion. Stop treating people like garbage. Stop manipulating others. Stop getting angry at people if they don't enable you. It's going to take a lot of work. But you have to realize that you're about to go through a life-changing event in your life. And if you want to get healthy, that's what it's going to take. So anyways, I hope you have a great rest of your day. I love you guys. Thanks for subscribing. Please leave me a comment. I love you very much. God bless you.